Yo, my 71-year-old father and my 68-year-old mother have been without power for the last 7 days because they live in Gary, Indiana, and the entire city is literally in the Stone Age right now because there is no power, no electricity, no gas stations. There are trees out in the street, giant trees. There was an immense, huge tornado that killed the power everywhere, not just in Gary, Indiana, but the entire county, the entire Northwest Indiana. Let me tell you something. I have the privilege of living in Los Angeles, California. If the entire Los Angeles County, we're talking about Compton, Malibu, Hollywood, if all of that had no power, it's all you would hear about. That's all. If the entire metropolitan New York area did not have power right now, there would be nothing else you would be hearing about. But because this is an area with primarily black and brown folk, you barely even know about this. And so right now they're trying to get power back, but they're even telling people, and I have personal record of calling my friends and family that still live there, that they're not going to have power until September 12th, largely in part because the company that is over the power, NIPSCO, doesn't even want, they're not prioritizing the poor areas right now. They're not prioritizing Gary, Indiana. Many of the white areas now have power. Not to make this a racial thing, but it's a racial thing. And it's a real deep thing that needs to be addressed. So please share this video. Please share awareness of the fact that we're in a literal national crisis right now, but because it's centralized in a black and brown area, you basically know nothing about it. I'm talking about there's one road in and one road out to basically every neighborhood because there are just trees in the street. There's no way to get around it. There's a live wire power line in my parents' backyard right now from a transformer where if they go touch the grass, they could get shocked and die from a live transformer that's just in their backyard. That's happening right now in real time to my actual parents. You dig what I'm saying? Like, people are fighting over generators. There is no gas. There are no gas stations. People have to leave to go to the next city to get gas. Not the next city, because the whole county, like to Chicago to go get gas. It's a national crisis. Please share this video. Please talk about this because they need to send in the National Guard. They need to do whatever to help NIPSCO bring power to these people so that they are not living off the power grid. It's the wells are cut off because water wells are have switches that are necessary because of power. Please spread this video. Please spread awareness. This is deeply necessary. I appreciate you. I love you.
Gary, Indiana has been completely in the dark for 13 days. And if you haven't heard about it, that's the point. This is what happens when the system decides your crisis doesn't matter.
So Gary, Indiana does not have no power, and it's been well over a week, and has not been on the news. It's not been talked about enough. You feel me? And I think this is quite literally crazy. You get what I'm saying? These people are literally in a fucking apocalypse. They haven't had no power. They said people breaking into houses, breaking into cars. Y'all watch this video.
Name's Aja, and I'm in a blackout, one of the worst ever for Indiana, and we're going on about a motherfucking week. So come get ready with me as I go in my house, load my fucking pew-pew because people are robbing people for generators, and put new batteries in my flashlight as we navigate the fucking apocalypse. Look at this pitch. Everyone's like, oh, how dark is it? How dark is it in Gary, Indiana, right? This is how dark it is. This is a fucking residential street. That's crazy.
Honestly, feel like this is a test. I feel like eventually they're gonna do this. The whole world is gonna they're gonna shut off the power in the whole world. I feel like they're literally just testing Indiana to see how it's gonna go and see how people survive. And you know what? I understand now, like, why my mom and my grandma was like, always keep candles in your crib, always keep flashlights, always keep emergency food, because literally this world is coming to an end. If y'all not taking this shit serious, I don't know what is. And the fact that they're not even posting this on the news is crazy. Like, beyond me. I'll pay for those in Gary, Indiana, and let's get this out here, because the news don't want us to know. But let's get this out here.
Gary, Indiana has been without power for over a week. Gary, Indiana is majority black. I would even say all black. I would even stand on that. With that being said, there are resources that are supposed to be allocated towards these people when they have disasters like this. Tornadoes came through there, severe flooding, severe rain. These people cannot get inside of their house in some spaces, or their house is flooded, completely destroyed. And people are saying stupid shit like insurance. Do you understand you got to take pictures, file a claim, wait for them to come out, look at it, and approve it? It don't work like that, okay? And that's from somebody coming from Florida when Hurricane Irma was happening. In the meantime, what do y'all expect these people to do? Live in their car? Some of their cars flooded out driving through the water. You get where I'm going here. This is the time where resources are supposed to be allocated towards them. Remember Hurricane Katrina, and the parts that were the most affected was filled with Black people? I think it's high time we stop waiting and expecting people to do shit the right way, because they're not going to do it when it comes to Black people. And I would appreciate anybody who knows anybody, tag anybody you know, any resources or people who are talking about ways to help get resources out to them, what day we going, what time we going, and what we need to bring. Because I'm ready to do it. I got a truck. Y'all know they stole my car. I got a truck. I will let these back seats down. We'll load this bitch up and go take this stuff to these people. Please tag whoever you need to below, and we're gonna go. If you are a person who wants to go, we can go. You can go with me, at least 1 or 2 people, and we can get this backseat filled and take it to the people that we need to take it to, okay? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to me too. I'm Danielle to you. The link to my podcast is in my bio. You should listen to it.
It's literally dark out here. No lights. The only lights I have are these lights that's going down my sidewalk. Over there is my generator. It is dark as hell out here. No lights. The people that got lights, they have generators. It's dark.
It's been almost 2 weeks, and in Gary, Indiana, tens of thousands of people are still sitting in the dark. No power, no refrigeration, no AC in the middle of August, and in some neighborhoods, no clean water. Here's what's actually going on. On August 11th, a massive windstorm with gusts near 100 miles per hour tore through the Midwest, cutting power to over 700,000 people. Most nearby areas got their lights back within days, but Gary, Indiana didn't. As of this week, tens of thousands of residents are still without electricity, and in a majority Black city that's already dealt with decades of disinvestment, residents are asking the obvious question: would this have taken 2 weeks anywhere else? People are dealing with spoiled food, boil water advisories, and closed schools. NIPSCO, the utility running the region, is now facing serious backlash, not just for the slow repairs that are having profoundly negative effects on the community's members, but because they pushed through a $257 million rate hike right before this hit. It's not being talked about enough, and people need to know what's really going on in Gary, Indiana right now.
Like, I just want to show this because this is like really crazy. So these are just neighborhoods. It's no lights, it's no power. But look at this shit. When I cut my lights off, why the fuck? You see that shit? It is pitch fucking black. Gary, Indiana has quietly been absorbing the cost of data center deals related to NIPSCO after a 20% share was taken out, and no one's talking about the core problem of why we are going on day 12 in the dark. Back in 2024, BIP, or Blackstone Infrastructure Partners, one of the world's largest alternative asset managements, took a 20% stake in NIPSCO. They are heavily invested in digital infrastructure, data centers, fiber optic networks, and cell towers. Following the acquisition of 20% in NIPSCO, there started to be tax hikes that were absolutely insane. In July of 2025 and early 2026, the IRUC approved a 16.75% electric base rate increase. This added roughly $23 per month to the average resident bill. Key on the point average, because this was different for Gary, Indiana. Now, just in August of this year, right before the storm, NIPSCO got approved to hike everyone's bill by $257 million for a rate tracker increase. Gary was hit with the highest tax hike, meaning that residents effectively paid more relative to their income in the rate structure approved by the IURC. Large politically connected individual customers, such as nearby steel mills and BP refinery, basically did not receive those same hikes. Due to them not paying their fair share, there was a disproportionate share of the financial burden, meaning what they didn't give to the other communities, they passed off on Gary, Indiana, and we paid significantly more to keep up for other financial households. A lot of surrounding areas were prioritized over Gary, Indiana, as we are still in the dark. 20,000 people remain without power. Despite carrying the financial burden of the surrounding cities and paying triple because they have cut deals due to data centers and updated infrastructure, we received help last. That is the problem with NIPSCO, and it is deeper than what you guys think.
I'm gonna lie, I really do send my condolences out to England, because they are in the dog and a storm hit in a city, and they don't have no power. Nobody is not helping. Nobody is not doing anything about it. What is going on?
Still without power. They've got nothing. Tonight, the region's electric company reports that about 40,000 customers don't have power. That is down from almost 375,000. But they say that Gary, Indiana may not be completely restored until next Tuesday. Residents say they are frustrated.
It's hot, you're miserable. Like, I love the sun, but right now I'm not happy to see the sun because it's gonna make it hot. Yeah, and you got your windows all open and stuff, you know, that's the only way you can survive.
This is not something that's fun. This is not something I want to keep reporting on. Like, I'm ready to make my video saying the power is back on for everybody.
I mean, imagine that. You can't even turn on a fan, let alone an air conditioner. And the Gary, Indiana resident that you just saw in that TikTok, Adriana Harris, joins us now live. And also joining us, rapper Trey the Truth. Thank you so much, because I know that you're helping with relief efforts for the community. Thank you both very much for being here tonight under these circumstances. Adriana, I want to start with you. Talk to us about what you and your neighbors have been dealing with since last week's storms. It sounds pretty miserable, to say the least.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Me and my neighbors have been hot, in the dark, scared, watching out through our windows, watching after each other, having each other's back, taking care of each other. And yeah.
I mean, it's just hard to imagine. I mean, all you have to do is just imagine yourself wherever you are, you know, when you turn off the lights. That's what it's like for you guys all the time. And you mentioned the heat. Trey, you know, I understand that you've stepped in and you've been helping the community. So talk to us about what exactly you're doing and why did you think it was important to show up and help? Obviously, I know that you've done this before and you have come on to help, but what are you doing specifically in this situation?
One of the things that triggered me from the jump was I just found out about it 2 days ago. So no media was covering it. No one knew what exactly even happened in Gary. But when I was seeing people saying they didn't have lights or power within 8 or 9 days, you have to imagine what about the elders who are on dialysis and some of the kids that are dealing with breathing machines. So instantly, probably a couple of hours after I found out, we jumped on a flight to Chicago and we drove to Gary. Gave out probably a couple of thousand meals every day. We were cutting trees. I have an 18-wheeler that actually should be arriving any moment. And tomorrow we'll be giving out, I want to say, blankets, clothes, toys, cleaning products, just essentials that the neighborhood needs.
You know, when we have covered these types of storms before, to both of you, I mean, it's so devastating. And you're right, Trey. I mean, we do the story, right? We tell people what's going on, but then the aftermath, it goes on for so long. And that's what we want people to understand that are watching us right now. And to your point of what you're doing to help, and we want other people to step in as well when they can. Adriana, let's talk about this. What kind of help does your community still need? What are you looking for? Like, I'm thinking about phone charging capabilities to be able to call your loved ones. And we're looking at the video of what you guys have lived through. And again, everybody here, you know, a lot of people here are still in the dark, no power, little food, no ways to get around, vehicles ruined. What do people need right now?
The people need help. The people need generators. They need gas cards. They need gift cards. They need money. They need their life back. They need portable chargers, portable fans, batteries, battery powered fans, medication. People have their diabetes medication in coolers. They need styrofoam coolers, ice bags. They need their power back on.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it looks like they're working on it, and we've been reporting on the efforts, but it just can't come fast enough. And that's the thing, Trey, that we see so often with storms like this. You know, we do see the power crews out there, but so many downed trees have taken out these power lines. It does take a little bit of time, but Adriana, you bring up a great point of the things that you need. Trey, tell us about the relief event that you have tomorrow. Are you bringing the items, you know, and the efforts of some of the things that Adriana just mentioned?
It'll be it's a pastor in Gary that I connected with named Reverend Boone. I believe it's Time for Life Missionaries. Me and Matthew 25 Ministries, the 18-wheeler get there tonight to have stuff situated, and we invited all of Gary out. Of course, you know, I don't know how many residents out there, but at the end of the day, any help. When I was out there, just to see the joy on some of the people's face for that moment, because, you know, at the end of the day, the reality is they still have to live it even after we leave and go home, or even when some people even may get their lights on, it's still going to be a long process, because going through these neighborhoods, you still got trees down. At this point, they just happy to have the trees off the street. And
right.
And some of these low-income areas, it's just heartbreaking. So that's why we've been out there trying to do everything we can. But tomorrow a.m., it'll be at, the address is 2350 West 11th Avenue. And you can come get whatever you need. You know, my thing is we doing it with open arms. I only went out there to assist the people. I'm not from there. But at the end of the day, I know how it felt when Houston needed help. And I know how I feel in so many other areas. So if I'm able and I'm capable, I'm going to do whatever I can.
Adriana, I assume that you're going to go there, or at least tell people to go to this location, to this event. What else do you want people to know about your community? It always strikes me when we do these stories, people say, well, can't people that are affected, you know, just go somewhere else for a while? But that's not really the case. So many people, you live there. You're not, where are you going? You know, people have to find the help right there and right now. So what are you telling people? What do you want people to know about your community?
I want people to know that they need to stop being so insensitive to make comments like, you know, to just get up and leave your city. You're telling everybody in the city to just get up and leave. People don't have those resources. This is real life. In addition to, if they could stop the slander on Gary, Indiana, the stereotypes. I mean, look at us. We've been resilient for the past 11 days. The whole world didn't know that we were going through this until about day 7. So stop the stereotypes and pay attention to how resilient we've been, how we've come together as a community, how we're helping our neighbors, how people are now helping us as well. Like Mr. Trey, we thank you so much, and I can't wait to meet you in the morning.
Well, I hope to see some pictures and video of that. You guys have to post that for us, okay? Trey, how can people join your relief team if they want to help? So a lot of people are watching right now. How can they do it?
Man, to be honest, when we go out, we just invite everybody to come out. It's no one particular. I think, honestly, it's just about caring. So many times.
Oh, and there he goes. You know, I got to tell you that Trey was on the move when he joined us. So we want to thank him for pulling off and helping us out when telling us what's going on. Adriana Harris, if you're still with us, and Trey the Truth, thank you both very much. And good luck to everybody there in Gary, Indiana. There is the flyer. And of course, you can find that information on their socials as well. We wish everyone the best.
If you don't know what's going on in Gary, Indiana, I'm going to fill you in on this video. So on the 11th of August, there was a storm. Not just Gary, Indiana, but other surrounding towns were affected. Everyone has got their electric back apart from Gary. They are now on 12 days of no electricity. People are running out of food because their food has been spoiled. The supermarkets are empty. Only a few people have generators. People have been told to boil the water that they drink, and they're showering in this water. Now they're coming out and saying, when the electric comes back, make sure you get yourself tested. Things are getting desperate and things are getting scary. Can you imagine being in the dark when people have no food, no resources? It's going to bring out the worst in people. Yet this could have been solved. And now they're saying the electric will not be available until the 25th of August, which is Tuesday. That's still 3 days away. But things start to make sense when you look into it deeper. There are 130 functioning and proposed data centers in this area. The natural habitat of the trees have been destroyed, which offers less protection against storms. There's some stuff about the soil that I need to look into. Blackstone has bought out 20% of the local energy company, and the residents in Gary, Indiana are paying through their nose for the energy suppliers, while these massive organizations and data centers are getting away with paying absolutely zilch, even though they are driving up the cost of the electricity. On top of that, the mayor of Gary has invested, I believe it's £15 million in Israel, and there might possibly be a head office for an Israeli company being built in Gary. I don't know if you're realizing that there is something sinister. I feel like they're destroying the black community in Gary. It's not just about the 12 days without the electricity. It's the long-term impact. What's in the water? What's happening with the data centers? Why is Gary being targeted? This is something serious that we all need to look at. If we're pro-Palestinian, if we're from the black community, if we're allies, we need to open our eyes and understand what's happening in Gary is happening in other places too. There is an agenda behind this.
Good morning, America. So we are now on day 13, 1-3 of no power in Gary, Indiana, and most of Northwest Indiana. And here is some of your day 13 news. Now, y'all, Gary, Indiana has had giveaways going all weekend. We had anywhere in the city, a lot of Northwest Indiana, not just Gary, Indiana, East Chicago, people have giveaways going on. We have so many volunteers, so many different things going on. We have a company picking up laundry for people to wash their laundry for free. We have individuals using their personal 7-seater vehicles to get people transportation to get to the giveaways or just to get outside. I personally am sponsoring a giveaway myself today along with other sponsors. It's going to be located at 600 Washington Street today in Gary, Indiana at 3 p.m. As y'all know, my grandma's house did have a tree on it, but luckily I was able to partner with Treadwell Tree Surgeons, and they got that tree off my grandma's house for her. If you have sent me your information about your home and your tree, I have gotten it to the right people. I am forwarding all the information. I have donors that are sending products to people, sending essentials to people. I am working with contractors. I'm working, y'all. I'm trying to get the people what they need. This, of course, is just not something that can happen overnight, but I'm working, y'all. As I know, Keith Lee will be in Gary, Indiana Monday. Tomorrow, he has released that he will be at Roosevelt High School right behind the Jackson House at 11 a.m. I do also want to note that I have a lot of people sending me the young lady's video about what the Indiana governor has been doing, the deal that he made, the $15 million that Indiana just sent to a project. Don't worry, I'm going to make a separate video, y'all. But as for the daily news, the people are still out of power. Power is suddenly coming back on, but people are reporting that their power will come on for about a few hours and it will cut back off. My grandmother personally does not have power at her house. She is still on a generator. My mother does have power as of last night. She hasn't reported that it has cut off. My mother is in the Portage area. Honestly, y'all, that's really it for the daily news. Like I said, we have a lot of giveaways going on. We are boots on the ground. We got Mayor Melton outside. We got so many people outside, y'all. Thank you for all the donors and the sponsors. If anybody wants to send any resources, we are directing it to City of Life at 225 West 5th Avenue. And before it ends, of course, y'all know I just want to give a positive message to my people. I promise y'all, you are not alone out here. Remember, even if you just need somebody to talk to, please DM me. If I cannot get to you in time, I will try to get you to the right people. Y'all, I have a team. We are working, y'all. Shout out to Gary. Shout out to Mayor Melton. Shout out again to Trey the Truth. Shout out to Treadwell Tree Surgeons for getting that tree off my grandma's house. Shout out to the people of Gary. Y'all, we are the greater Gary. Look, y'all could just, if y'all are not following me up on Facebook, follow me, DRIHARRIS, Dree Harris. Simply just because I want y'all to look at my videos from day 1 through 5 and look at the comments. And everybody wants to now try to say all this, but just look at my day 1 through 5 comments and look at how people were saying, forget Gary. Who cares about Gary? Y'all will be fine. And now, everybody want to be a part of it. Y'all go check it out. And y'all point out these people that are our transportation workers, our police officers, our teachers. All these people up in my comments talking down on our city. And they live near the city or in the city. But we're not doing no negativity, y'all. Again, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We are the Greater Gary, and we is out here, y'all. Help is on the way.
Morning, y'all. Day 13, I guess. Still no power. It's the morning. I'm gonna show y'all how to turn the generator on because I've learned how to do this. I was like, oh, my brother gonna do it every time. No. So you gotta make sure it's full. I've only watched my brother do this and he spilled it everywhere because he had the no stop thing on. I don't know. Oh my gosh. It's spilling like that. Okay, so I had to use a cup because I just could not figure out this no spill situation. And you see I spilled half of it on the generator. I smell like gas. It's like everything in America is created to be a hindrance to us. Not to be helpful, but to fucking make our lives harder. But I'm about to show y'all how to do this. Okay, so you flip this on, flip it down, turn it on. You gotta turn this to that side. Hit it once. Turn it back over here. Oh my God. Okay, I had to do it off camera, but there it goes. Day 13. Day 13, y'all. Now let me go take a shower because I smell like gas now.